Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy Feel Good Friday to you guys. I was like just a tiny minute late, you guys. I apologize. But Colleen's here. Colleen was looking for me and I wasn't even here yet. Yeah. Sometimes I don't get to make my my stream until through StreamYard until like right at the last minute, and it schedules them out 15 minutes, which is really weird because it doesn't matter if you go earlier than 15 minutes, but whatever. So my apologies. If you were looking for the live and it wasn't created over on YouTube yet, that's because I'm a little behind today. It's Friday. I'm going a little slow today. What can I say? But I'm so happy that you did find us and that you did make it. And me too, right? Glad I made it. Oh, goodness. Colleen says she thought her internet was off. No, it was all me. It was all me. So my apologies. But I'm here now. I'm here now, and it looks like everybody else is too. So that's good. Good. Oh, Kathy says, got in from snow blowing. A foot of snow in Connecticut. I'm jealous. You guys, we were supposed to get this big snowstorm yesterday. We got snow, but it was that hard, like pellet snow that's not good for anything and just kind of blows around. And like, there's a little bit of it, but not enough of it to like, yeah. I mean, at least I got some. I can't complain. I did get a little bit of snow. It was just not as much snow as I had anticipated based on the forecast. And I guess that's my bad. So anyway, if you've got snow, send it my direction because I'll take it all day, every day. So let's see. Got a couple of things to talk about. First and foremost, welcome. It's Feel Good Friday. We made it through another week. And for those of you who do not know what Feel Good Fridays are all about easy, fun, instant gratification jewelry. I have kits available in the shop, the Etsy shop, right? Etsy.com/shop/13crows. And you can get the kits. They're pre-made. They've got everything they need in them to make the projects that you see today. Not only do I have the kits for today, but I also have a maker mix to show you guys when we get started. That is also available. So let's talk about maker mixes real quick. Okay, so you still have until the 13th of this month to post your pictures for January maker mixes. Just want to put that out there. Now, I got to tell you, I don't know that information by heart. I write that down, and you know who is in charge of that? Colleen. Can we all just, like, as a group, give her a huge hug? Because I quite literally could not keep up with it if it were not for her. And she's just amazing. And for those of you here who are here on Facebook and you don't see her, it's because she is the admin over on YouTube when I'm streaming. So she's handling the YouTube crowd and all kinds of other stuff. And I just want her to know how much she is appreciated, as well as Nicole and Kathy, who also work the other parts of my brain for me. Like, I can't keep up with anything, but Colleen is all over the maker mixes. And so for those of you who don't know what that is, the maker mixes, I have maker mixes in my Etsy shop. They are little designer curated bead mixes that you can purchase, and then you can create a piece of jewelry using the maker mix. And you can also include things from your own stash. It doesn't just have to be the maker mix. But if you will post that on Facebook, then your name is entered in a drawing to win a shipment of goodies from me. And they always vary. They're always different, but they're always fun. I try to put as much fun little things in them as I possibly can. It's not based on how many people like your design or anything like that. It's not about judgment. It's just about having fun and using the maker mixes and putting together something really cool, right? So, yeah, just a reminder, just your gentle reminder, you have until the 13th to post for December, and then you can get started on your January maker mix entries. All right. So also, before I get into that, I've got one more thing that's actually two things in one that I want to talk about before we get started. And that involves my Etsy shop. Because on Fridays, of course, our Friday shows are all about selling kits in my Etsy shop. A couple of people have had some problems with shipping, and I want, first and foremost, and I've said this before, but I feel like I need to say it again. I ship as quickly as I possibly can, meaning our Feel Good Friday shows happen on Friday. I usually pack orders over the weekend, and they usually get shipped out on Monday. They go directly to the post office. There is no in-between time. They go directly to the post office. Once the post office has those packages in their hands, I no longer have any control over what happens to those packages. As I do my part, and then it's up to the Postal Service to do their part. Now, keep in mind, COVID is a thing. Shipping is a mess. There are not as many postal workers as there used to be, and they're still recovering from the holiday shipping, which is totally out of control. Okay. Keeping all of these things in mind, also remember that it is also listed in my shop policies that once a package leaves my hands, I physically have no control over that package. Okay. No control whatsoever. I cannot get in my car and drive to Cincinnati and get your package and get it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, please be mindful of the fact that, like, I'm doing my part. What happens after it leaves my hands and it is in the hands of the post office, I cannot control any of that. And if for some reason your package is lost or your package is running late, you can see all of that on tracking, right? All of that information is provided to you because I provide you with a free tracking number. If you see that your package is running late, that is an issue for the post office. So you need to take your claim to the post office. Most of the time, if you'll go down physically to your local post office and ask to speak to the postmaster and present them with the tracking number, they can pull it up and tell you where it is and where it is sitting and give you an estimated time, right? It is not my responsibility, nor is it Etsy's responsibility to provide you with refunds for packages that are out there that are running late. If you come after my Etsy shop and you file a claim against me, my Etsy shop can be taken down. Understand that if you make a claim against me for something that is out of my control, you are putting my income at risk. Do you understand what I'm saying? This message is not for all of you. This message is for a few of you who have had some problems with shipping, but are taking it out on me and taking it out on Etsy. Two totally out of our hands, right? We're two entities that those things are out of our hands. And Etsy may provide you with a refund, but really it's not Etsy's place to give you a refund. I can't give you a refund. It's out of my hands to give you a refund. That's an issue for the post office. I can't say that enough. Please do not put my livelihood in jeopardy because you are mad at the post office. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Yes. And the weather causes huge delays. So yeah, I just need you guys to understand where the accountability lies with shipping because I do my part. That's all I got to say about it. All right. So let's, Sharon says, I hope people don't do that. Wow. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. And it's scary as a shop owner because my shop can literally get shut down for something that I have absolutely no control over. So I just, please guys, please use your head and think about what you're doing. Okay. So now that I have gotten that out of my system, it is out into the world. We can focus. Let's focus on Feel Good Friday because that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about easy, instant gratification, fun jewelry. And you guys, I cannot wait to show you this little maker mix. First of all, these kits are fantastic. Sorry, I have a hair in my eye. These kits are fantastic. But this maker mix is it's kind of near and dear to my heart because it reminds me of my childhood a little bit. So I'm going to turn you guys around and we're going to get started, right? No more soapbox. I'm done. I will not carry on anymore. All right. So our little maker mix, excuse the fuzz on my bead mat. Our little maker mix. This one is called, I can't even remember. Patchwork Valentine. That's what it's called. This is Patchwork Valentine. And this little heart bead right here is what started this maker mix. This is what this entire maker mix was built around, was this little heart, right? And I'm calling it Patchwork Valentine because it does have hearts in it. Of course, there are some Czech glass hearts. There is this big heart bead that I just showed you. There is a little heart charm in here. Tons of Czech glass from our beautiful friend, Danielle Wicks. Just some really beautiful pieces in here. But this reminds me, do you guys remember Holly Hobby? So I had Holly Hobby stuff when I was a kid. And Holly Hobby had two different aprons. One of her aprons was like light blue and like kind of like a sage green. But then the other one that she had was like yellow and red and blue. And they were patchwork, right? Her little bonnet and her apron were patch. And that's what this reminded me of. So this is my little Holly Hobby inspired Valentine's mix. And we're calling it Patchwork Valentine. There's some mother of pearl in here, tons of Czech glass. It's just super, super cute and would make a really cool little design for somebody. So there you go. There you go. All right. Yeah. Super sweet. It's a cute little maker mix. All right. So let's see. I've got 3 necklaces, a bracelet, and a pair of earrings. I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to start with the fun. I'm just going to keep this heart theme going. Okay. So our first kit is a necklace kit that features a, this is a Beadalon product from a while back. And I've got a ton of these. This is a wrapper. It's a heart-shaped wrapper. And this little kit makes the coolest leather necklace. So it also includes some black leather. This is Leather Cord USA, black leather. Everybody's got it. And there's plenty of it. So you can make whatever length of a necklace that you want to make. Okay. There are these super cute little leaves in red, but they're also heart-shaped. So I'm going to just consider them to be hearts. Okay. We're going to put together just a super quick and easy, cute little project. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add my leaves to my little heart first. Let me grab my tools here so we can get started. So each one of these, you're going to need to use a large jump ring for this. That jump ring is going to clear the width of your little heart leaf. It's also going to clear the width of your component. Okay. So there are plenty of these large jump rings included, and some of them already have jump rings on them for our project. I'm going to hang this one right here in the center. So this is basically just opening and closing some jump rings. When I say instant gratification, super easy, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. All right. So I'm going to space these out. Okay, so I want to space them out. I've got plenty of holes here. I want to space them out 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put the next one into the 4th hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is just going to evenly space these beads so that they all hang without crowding each other out. You can see how that's just the perfect amount of space there for that. All right, so I'm going to do another one on that same side. It's really cold in here. My hands are freezing. All right, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put that in the 4th hole and close that back. All right, so there are our 3 cute little hearts on this side. We're going to do 3 on the other side. So just opening our jump ring, and we're going to count over 1, 2, 3, and put this in the 4th. Okay. Cindy says, do you have large jumbo heart lobster claws in the shop? I don't, but I have some. I can put some in the shop for you if you're looking for them. I definitely have. I have quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. How did we end up with an extra 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, because this one goes in the center. Silly me. All right, so those all go on the outer edge. Look how cute that is, right? But that's not enough. I got to put one in the middle. So I'm going to open another jump ring. This one is a little bit open already. I got you, Cindy. I'll let you know. I'll send you a message and let you know when I get them listed, okay? Because it probably won't be right after the live because I got to eat some lunch. But after that, I'll put those in the shop for you. All right, and I'm going to close that back. That's so cute. So cute. What a cool little pendant, right? And if you wanted to, since there are other holes in this component, you could like stitch some tiny little beads, like some little seed beads up one side and up the other side if you wanted to. You could even hang little beads in between these hearts if you wanted to make it really, really full. A lot of options for that, but those are super, super cute. And we're just going to use some leather for this. So I'm going to take my piece of leather. And like I said, everybody's got a nice long length of leather included in their kit. And you can cut your leather down depending on what size of a necklace you need to make out of this. But I'm just going to bring my heart down here to the center of the leather. I'm going to take the two pieces running side by side, so they're running together, and I'm going to tie an overhanded knot. And then I just want to pull this knot down close, as close as I can to the pendant. Okay. Now, just for a little extra pop of metal, I'm going to take both ends and I'm going to thread those through a large whole silver bead. Bring that down because that just adds a little something extra to it as well. And then I'm going to do another overhanded knot just to secure that bead so it doesn't travel anywhere on our leather. All right. And there's the center of our necklace. How cute is that? I love it. It's simple. It's fun. It's great. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. But quite honestly, you could wear this all year. So included in your kit are also the cord ends for this. I'm going to do just one of these just to show you how to do it. And I will just sit the other one to the side. But they've got little loops on them already so that you can attach your jump rings and your clasp to them. Okay. And these are different than the fold over ones that have that flap. This one just has the two edges. So part of that is because we're using a smaller cord, but you just want to use your pliers to fold over one of those sides. And once you get it folded over, then you just want to use your pliers to fold over the other side, right? You just want to go slow and be gentle. Once you get them folded, both of them folded over your cord, then you can kind of flatten them out a little bit. Just be careful that you're not like pushing really, really hard because you will cut through your leather, but you just want to make sure that you've got a good closure on that. Give it the tug test. And then you just want to add your hardware to this. So a jump ring and a clasp. You've got a clasp included, but you could add a pretty clasp if you wanted to. And you would just do the exact same thing on the other side and add your hardware to finish off this simple but super cute necklace design. So I'll show you what this looks like hanging once we get turned around. Okay. Super, super cute, right? Great for Valentine's Day, but really and truly could be worn whenever. All right. So let's move on to another necklace. So this is another really fun necklace. This one, I've got a lot of Danielle Wicks beads in today's kits. I just want you guys to know how much I love her and I love her beads. Gosh, I'm always inspired with all of the wonderful things that she sends. So please go check out Danielle's shop if you have not. Let me put up the little banner so that you can see what her shop address is. You can write it down real quick. So it's etsy.com/shop/Danielle Wicks. Make sure you double check the spelling on that because Wicks does have an E at the end of it, ES. And go check her out. She's an amazing artist. She also has a fantastic Etsy shop where she sells the most beautiful beads. And I know I say it every Friday, but it's true. She is coming at the bead shopping from an artist's perspective. And so I feel like she has such great taste. She really, really does. So let me show you this necklace that I have put together, this kit that includes some really beautiful Czech glass rondelles that I got from Danielle. So check these out. Remember last week we used some that were green and we used some that were blue. So I've got some more that are green, just in a different color. It's just a little bit lighter than the green from last week. I'm going to use these to put together a really cool necklace. Now this necklace has tons of faux suede lace because this is a tassel design. So we're actually going to put together a cute little tassel necklace. I'm going to lay it out for you real quick so you can see where we're going with this design. So the focal for this that hangs above our tassel is this cute little tree that has hearts going all through the tree and then a little heart right next to it. So even if you love Valentine's Day and you love hearts, but you don't want to be like overly red and white for the holiday, this is definitely for you, and definitely one of those designs that you can wear all year, right? Because there's not any red included in this at all. So our focal is going to hang right in the center. And in your kit, you've got a piece of chain that you're going to have to cut in half, you guys. So you've only got one piece of chain, but you're going to cut it into 2 pieces. It's a 12 link piece of chain. You want 6 and 6, right? So just separate those out. Those are going to go right through here, right up from our focal. Again, I'm just laying it out for you, and then we'll put the whole thing together, right? So you've got your 2 chain pieces, you've got your focal, and then on coming up from those, we're going to do just a little wire wrap section of those beautiful Czech glass beads. Okay, so this side has got 5 and it goes right there, and we're going to do the other one for the other side, and then we're going to build a faux suede lace tassel for right here. So let me grab some wire, and we're going to go ahead and get started with this and put all of this together. All right, so I'm going to come down on my piece of wire about an inch, inch and a half, something like that. Okay. And I'm going to give that wire a bend. And I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers. So basically we're creating an eye pin with a wrapped loop. I'm going to take that wire up and over the top barrel of the pliers. Okay. I got to rotate the pliers so that I can take the wire over to the other side. And then I'm just going to wrap underneath that loop about 3 times. And then we're going to cut off the excess wire. Okay. So once you've created your wraps, come in with your cutter tool and trim off. And then you just want to thread on 5 of these Czech glass beads. So pretty. Okay, and then we're just going to do another wrapped loop to secure those beads onto this wire. So I'm going to grab the wire with my chain nose pliers right where it is exiting the bead, bending the wire. I'm going to come in with the round nose pliers, and we're just following the same steps. So we're going up and over. Rotate the pliers to move that bottom barrel to the top so that we've got room to take that wire over to the other side. And we're going to wire wrap in that space between the loop that we just made and the top of the last bead here on our little beaded section. Okay, and now I'm going to come in with my cutter tool, trim off as close as I can. And if you've got a little piece of wire that happens to be sticking out, you can tuck that in with your pliers. I try to get in there with my cutter tool as close as I can so that I don't have that problem. So there's not a wire to tuck on this one. Are those beads not fabulous? Look at them. They're like, each one of them is its own little individual work of art. So the core color of these beads is like a honey purple, which is such a strange but cool color. And then the accents to this are like light green and almost turquoisey blue. They're like paint has been splattered on them. They're so fabulous. They really are they're absolutely gorgeous. All right, so those are going to go on either side of our chain pieces. Let's go ahead and put that together, and then we'll put our tassel together. So I'm just going to link all of this stuff together with some jump rings. So I'm going to take a jump ring here between 2 pairs of pliers, open that up. I'm going to thread it to the last link of one of my little chain pieces, and I'm going to attach that to our beaded section and close that back. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. It looks very much like Jasper, which I think was probably the goal with that Czech glass. All right, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, now I'm going to, let's see, I want to be sure that I put this one together correctly, because when you come back and look, I don't want to have put it together wrong and then you're searching for pieces. So that's what I was looking for. So I'm going to bring these 2 pieces of chain together with a 4mm jump ring, and then I'm going to use another jump ring No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just kidding. No, I am. I'll show you why. I'm going to bring those together with a 4mm jump ring. I need this pendant to hang front facing. So if I went ahead and attached this pendant with that jump ring that's connecting our two pieces of chain, it would make our pendant hang side to side. That's not what I want, right? Because the loop is facing forward and that jump ring is facing forward. So I need that in between jump ring. So I'm going to use another little jump ring here to be our go-between. So I'm going to attach it to our pendant and then attach it to that 4mm jump ring that's bringing those two pieces of chain together. Now that ensures that that pendant is going to hang front facing, right? So we needed 2 jump rings right here for that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put together a tassel, and this is super, super easy to do. We're going to use a large jump ring here, and I don't need to open this jump ring for any reason, so I'm just going to leave it closed, okay? And I have pre-cut all of your pieces of faux suede lace. So you've got 4 pieces of faux suede lace that are shorter than the 2 other pieces because those are the length of our necklace. I'm just going to bring those 4 pieces together in a bundle, okay? And I'm going to thread our jump ring on to those 4 pieces. And I want to bring that jump ring to the center of the pieces of the faux suede lace. So I'm just going to fold those in half, right? And we've got our jump ring. Okay. Now to bundle all of this together, I'm going to use a piece of wire. So I'm going to take a little piece of wire that is also included, guys. I include all the pieces that you need. Okay. And I'm just going to wire wrap around, just making myself a little wire bundle. And I do both ends, right? Bundle those around. And then I'm going to decide what's the front and the back. I want to take my 2 ends of my wire to what is going to be the back. And then I like to tuck these. So what I'll do is I will take one that looks like it's closer to the bottom. I'll use my pliers. I just take the end of that wire and I'm going to tuck it underneath all of those wire wraps. Pull it through. Okay. And then I'm going to trim off. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. And the other one, it can go up or down. It really doesn't make any difference. It is closer to the top here. So I'm going to stick it from the top going to the bottom, right? Or coming out the bottom of all those little wire wraps. And I'm going to pull that through just like that. And then I'm going to trim that off. That just keeps the ends of the wire tucked in underneath those wraps so that it doesn't get hung on your clothing, right? So turn that back around and we've made ourselves a tassel out of our faux suede lace and it's already on a jump ring. So it's ready to hang. We're going to use another little jump ring here to attach that. So I'm going to take my jump ring, open that up, thread that onto that jump ring, and then thread it onto the bottom of our little pendant. Oh, and open it up far enough. Okay, and then I'm just going to close that back. All right, so the focal is all ready to go, right? We've got this super cool tassel made out of our faux suede lace. We have our chain pieces coming off with our pops of color from our beads. And then we're going to use some of the faux suede lace to finish off the length of our necklace. So one of them is already done. In fact, guys, you've got one long piece of faux suede lace that you need to cut in half. Okay, so if you're looking for 2 pieces, it's just one. You're just going to have to cut it in half. But cord ends, jump ring clasp, there's a cord end on the other end. I just need to attach it, and then I'll show you how to do the cord ends on the other one. So I'm going to just use another jump ring here as our little go-between. Okay, so I've got one piece of the faux suede lace on one side. That's the length on that side. Now we need to get this one ready to go. So it's already got the cord ends on. Basically, those cord ends are going to work exactly the same way as the ones that I showed you in the previous project. So you can see It's just the fold over. So you're going to lay that piece of faux suede lace in there, and then you're going to fold one side over and then the other side over. And then just to make sure that you've got it nice and secured, you're just going to bite down on that with your pliers. Okay. So let's go ahead and attach that to our necklace. So just put your jump ring through there, attach that to the beaded piece, close that back. And now we're going to just add a jump ring to the other side, close that, and that will be it for this necklace. Super easy. And you've got enough of this faux suede lace. So this makes a really long necklace, right? You've got enough of it. If you wanted to double it up and shorten your necklace, you could. So you could double your strands and make it a little bit thicker. But I just kept it just one long length for this necklace. I can't wait to show you what this looks like on the bust as well. It's such a pretty design. The green and the blue just really, really pop. And you've got your sweet little tree pendant. I just love that. So if you love Valentine's Day, but you don't want to be over the top, this is definitely the way to go. So I'm going to set this to the side. And again, we'll show this at the end hanging so you can see what it looks like all hanging. All right. So I've got one more necklace to go through, and then I've got a quick bracelet and a super quick earrings to show you. So I've made a similar necklace kit like this one before, and it sold out almost immediately. And I was able to find some more of these findings and put together a very, very similar necklace to the one that I had put together previously. So let me just show you. So it's got this leaf in our focal. So we're basically going to create a Y necklace. And we're going to take some more of these beautiful rondelles from Danielle and some crystal bicones. We're going to create a little chain of beads. Okay, so I'm just showing you what we're going to do before we do it. I'm going to do a little chain of rondelles and bicones. Okay, I've got two pieces of chain here. One of those little piece, the short piece of chain is actually going to go from the end of our little beaded section. It's going to go through the loop, the bottom loop of our leaf. It's going to come down to this connector. And at the bottom of our connector, we're going to have another rondelle and a bicone. And I've got a rondelle and a bicone just over here to the side. And then the rest of this length is a piece of chain. Okay, so we're making a Y necklace. I'm going to put this together for you real quick and easy. So I'm just using eye pins to create our little chain of beads, and two of them are already together. So I'm just going to add the third one. So I'm going to open up the eye on an eye pin, thread that on, close that back. I'm going to thread on a crystal, a rondelle, and a crystal. Anita says that's a pretty color bead. I agree. I love both of these rondelles, are so pretty. They're so springtime. It's just like such a light, wonderful kind of springtime color. It's a great springtime neutral. Both of them are. All right. So we're going to do just a simple loop. Okay, so I'm just going to bend the wire just right where it is exiting the bead. I'm not going to bend it over the top of my pliers. And I'm going to come in with my cutter, and I'm going to trim off the wire, leaving myself about 1/4 of an inch of wire to create my simple loop with. I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, grabbing that wire, and I'm just going to roll back towards the bead to close up our loop. Make sure you get a good closure on your loop. Okay. All right, so that is going to attach to our little piece of chain, but I need my little piece of chain to also be going through our little focal here, just like that, right? So we'll do that in just a second. I'm going to open up a jump ring though and attach that to the end of our beaded chain and our little short chain piece. Okay. Now I just want to make sure that before I add anything to the bottom of this, that I do run it through the chain. We'll do that in just a second because we need to do this side as well. So this side is going to be another eye pin. I'm going to open up the ring of the eye pin or the loop. I'm going to thread on the loop of our leaf pendant, close that back, and I'm going to do a bicone, oops, a rondelle, and a bicone, and I'm going to do just another simple loop. So grabbing the wire where it exits the bead, and then I'm just going to bend that wire down. I'm going to come in with my cutter tool, trim off, and then grab the tail end of that wire with my round nose pliers and work backwards, right, to close up your loop. Be sure that you get it good and closed because you don't want your bicone to sneak into your loop, right? All right, so that side is done. Both sides are done. Now we're going to work on this bottom section. So again, we've got to thread, go ahead before you do anything and thread that chain through that bottom loop of your leaf, okay? Now that's going to come down and attach to our little flower connector here. So I'm going to use another little jump ring. Open, put that on the top of our connector, and then through the bottom link, whoops, of our chain. If I could grab it, that'd be great. Okay. Close that back. Now that's what's going to keep that chain from slipping, right? Is this connector. It's going to keep that from slipping, your chain from slipping through. Okay, so we've got all of that together. Now we're just going to wire wrap a little beaded section to the bottom of this. So I'm going to use a head pin. I'm going to thread on a rondelle, and then I'm going to thread on a bicone, and I'm going to start a wire wrapped loop here. So I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers, bend that wire over the top of the chain nose pliers. I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers and start my loop. So I'm going to go up and over, rotate the pliers so I can take the wire over to the other side. But before I do the wire wraps, I need to attach it to our connector. So I'm actually going to come in with my chain nose pliers and open that loop up just a little bit. I'm going to thread the tail of that wire through our connector so that those two just slide together. I like to use my bent chain nose pliers here to hold that loop. Can hold everything in my hand here, and then I can do the wire wraps without anything falling into my work. So 3 wire wraps to attach that directly to our connector. I'm going to come in with the cutter, trim off, tuck in the wire if you need to. Just be careful because you've got a bicone right there and you don't want to crack your bicone as you're tucking in your wire. All right. And that's it for the focal. So the focal is complete. Right? This is the front of our Y necklace. Just so pretty. So included in your kit is another piece of chain. This is a really long piece of chain. You're going to have to cut this into 2 pieces, one for either side of your necklace, but I left it just as one so that you could adjust the length of this to whatever length you need it to be. And then you're just going to put your hardware, goodness, words today, hardware on the ends. Looks like I've got a little knot in my chain here. I'm going to skip the hardware part because it's just opening and closing jump rings, and you guys have seen me do that. So I'm not going to cut this piece of chain. This one's going to go into somebody's kit, so I'm going to leave the ends just like they are. But I am going to go ahead and attach it so that we can see what it looks like when we put it on the bust at the end. So jump ring through our beads, and a jump ring to the chain. Close that back, and then you just want to repeat that over here on the other side. Right? And if you guys like this one, this kit is in the Etsy shop, and there are plenty of them. At least there were. Never know with you guys. Sometimes you buy things out super quick. I never really know for sure. But there you go. You got yourself a really pretty Y necklace that you guys, this, you can wear this all year for sure. I love pieces of jewelry. I do love themed jewelry. Oh, sorry. Don't get me wrong. I love holiday themed jewelry all day, every day. But I love a good necklace that has a long shelf life, meaning that I can wear it all year. Doesn't matter what the season is. And that is definitely what I consider this little Y necklace. And you can layer this up with other things if you want to, right? All right. I'm going to sit this to the side. We've got 2 more things to go through here. Quick and easy. So I do, speaking of holiday jewelry, I do have another kind of love themed project for you guys. And this one has some more of those beautiful rondelles from Danielle. So we're going to create an asymmetrical bracelet. So we're just going to create a chain out of these awesome Czech glass rondelles. Okay. And that's going to be, let's see, I've got 4 of them that we need to add in. So we're going to make one side of this is going to be all of our little beads here. Try to get this all on the mat so you can see it. The other side is going to be 3 pieces of chain that I've already pre-cut for you, so you don't have to worry about that part, right? You've got 3 pieces of chain on the other side of the bracelet. And that is going to come down and come together with a little rose, a red bicone, and a little heart charm for the center of the necklace. And then, of course, you're just going to finish that off with a clasp and some jump rings. So let's put this together real quick. Okay, let's do our wire wrapping first, just to get these out of the way so that they're ready to go. I think you guys need to come down a little bit further. All right, so I'm going to put both of these onto head pins. I'm going to take my rose bead, put that onto a head pin, and you can do a wrapped loop here. You can do just a simple loop if you want to. I'm going to do a wrapped loop. Okay, coming in with my round nose pliers to go up and over, rotate the pliers, take the wire over to the other side, and we are going to wire wrap. Okay, and then you just want to come in with your cutter tool and trim off the excess. So this guy is ready to go. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with our bicone. We're just going to put it onto a head pin as well. Oh, thank you. You know, I used to really struggle with asymmetrical jewelry, but I really like it. And if you really want to do something, then, you know, you kind of figure out and learn how to do it. I love asymmetrical pieces. So I've gotten to where I'm pretty good at putting them together. It wasn't always that way, you know, because I think our brains are just kind of hardwired for symmetry. So to do something asymmetrical in a jewelry design can be challenging to a lot of us. So, all right, so that is wire wrapped. Okay. And we just want to finish our little chain here. So I'm going to finish our chain off, our beaded chain sections here, with some simple loops on eye pins. Okay, so you'll just get to see me do about 4 of these. Thread that on. There are plenty of beads in this kit. So if you need a shorter bracelet, don't use all the beads here. And if that's the case, you might even end up with enough leftovers to make a pair of matching earrings. Just kind of depends. But I wanted to be sure that I included plenty of beads with this so that, you know, it would accommodate as many size needs as possible. Okay, so there's our loop on that one. I'm going to do another. Open. Okay, just another simple loop. Just bending that wire. Okay, and then I just roll back. Close that up. Got 2 more to go. Okay, and then Bending the wire. Round nose pliers. Oops. Make sure you get good closures on those, okay? Super important. Thank you. Cindy says, your simple loops are looking marvelous, darling. Thank you. They don't always. Sometimes they are a hot mess. Simple loops are like my kryptonite. They're so hard. They're very difficult. But, you know, the saving grace on that is that I know that other people out there struggle with the simple loops as well. So it doesn't make me feel so bad about it, right? And I'm always one for those little things. Don't let those little things get to you, because the overall finished piece is going to hide any of those little flaws, you know, that you are the one that you're the only one that really sees those and really takes offense to your own work, you know. All right, so I'm going to add some jump rings here to these. So I'm going to put a jump ring on this one, just a little jump ring. I'm going to do another little jump ring on the other, and then we're going to start putting this all together. Okay, our heart needs a little bit larger of a jump ring just because it's a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to use a larger jump ring on it. Thread that on, close that back. All right, now let's start to put this together. So we're going to use this large jump ring. We're going to open it up, and we are going to thread on the end of our beaded section. Okay, then we're going to thread on each one of our little charms. So our bicone, our little heart, and our rose. Okay, now I'm going to thread on, I've got 3 sections of chain here. I'm going to thread each one of those on. So just very carefully, there's 1, there's 2, and 3. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then you just want to close that back. Make sure you get a really good closure on that, because you don't want that chain to slip out, right? Okay, so the charms, that's going to mark the center of our bracelet, right? So now I just need to add hardware to the other sides. So I'm just going to do a jump ring on one side. Okay. And then over here on the other side, I got to use a jump ring to hold my clasp, but also to bring all the ends of the chain together. So you can twist your chain pieces if you want to. I like to make mine all in a line. So I will stretch them out, separate them out before I thread them on to my jump ring, just so that they're all in the right place. And the chain is little, so it takes a minute to get that. It will fit. You just gotta, it's hard for me because I'm like kind of far away from where I am, but you just want to attach. Come on now. You want to attach each link of your chain onto your jump ring. I promise it will fit. I'm just struggling away here. Come on. There we go. Took me a second. Took me a minute. All right, I'm going to thread on the next one. They do all fit, I promise. It's just, you got to have the magic touch to get those. Get that tiny little link on there. And like, I really have gotten really low down on my mat to kind of look underneath the iPad. So I can only imagine how close I sound through the speaker. Why? Come on. I know you fit on there because we did it yesterday. Beverly says, at least you make it look real. Exactly, right? Because like, I don't want you to get your kit and be like, oh, she made this look so simple. I'm telling you, they see, they do fit. It just takes a minute, and it's really hard when you're far away from your work. It's like, I need my magnifying glass, but that won't fit between my face and the iPad. 'Cause those are little links of chain, but they do in fact fit. Yeah, and I'm keeping it real, right? The struggle is real. Everybody's gonna need to have these really close to your face. There we go. To get those chains on that jump ring. I did it. All right. All right. There we go. Yeah, the other end was much easier. It's too funny. So I add my clasp to that, and let's lay this out because it's such a pretty little bracelet. And again, you can, if you need to make adjustments in size, you can trim your chain down. You can also take some beads off. Just try to keep both sides as even as possible. So if you don't need all of the beads, you may want to trim off some of your chain as well, just to keep it all, you know, all the same length. All right, so that's the bracelet. So pretty. I hope you guys love this one. I really love a good asymmetrical bracelet. So, all right, I'm going to set this to the side. We've got one more project and then we're done. And this is super, super easy, but they're so stinking cute. I just can't stand it. So look at the hearts. All right, so I realize this is a long earring, but if you needed to take the crystals off, or if you needed to take one crystal off, or whatever you needed to do to adjust this, you absolutely can, or you can use it as a pendant, and you've got enough for two. So if this earring is a little long for you, I totally understand if you want to turn it into two pendants for necklaces instead, but I think it's super, super cute. So we're going to put these together really quick and easy. So I'm going to use an eye pin. Open that up. I'm going to thread that onto the top of our little heart connector here. Isn't that cute? So, so cute. And I'm going to thread on our two little crystals. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a wrapped loop. So grab the wire, give it a bend, coming in with the round nose pliers. You could do a simple loop here too. You don't have to do a wrapped loop. Going up and over, whoops, rotate the pliers, take that wire over to the other side, and then I'm going to wire wrap. Now just be mindful because you're wire wrapping up against crystals, so just be careful. I tend to wire wrap really slow next to these crystals because I don't want my tool to cut into them. All right. And that ended up being a tiny little wrapped loop. That's all right. I'm going to go ahead and put the ear wire on the top just so that part is done. Okay. So there's our ear wire. And then I'm going to put our rose at the bottom. These are perfect for Valentine's Day as well, but also could definitely take you through Christmas. I mean, I know Christmas is over with, but red, you can wear red all year. Let's be honest. All right. So threading our rose onto a head pin, and then I'm going to wire wrap this directly to the loop on our earring. So I'm going to give it a bend. I'm going to come in with our round nose pliers. Okay. Up and over. Rotate the pliers, take the wire all the way around. Now I'm going to attach it directly to this. So I'm going to take the wire through that loop and just make sure that those two snap together. And I'm just going to close that with my bent chain nose pliers. Helps me to hold everything out of the way, including the tip of the pliers. And I'm going to wire wrap. And your little rose can spin around to accommodate your wire wraps. All right. And then I'm just going to come in with my cutter, trim off the excess, and those are done. Tuck that little wire. How cute are those? They're so quick and easy. And that's what our Feel Good Friday shows are all about. Instant gratification. Beautiful jewelry does not have to be a representation of every skill you've ever learned, and does not have to be over the top with every single bead that you have, right? Pretty jewelry, easy technique, instant gratification. Those are so cute. They're so cute. And I'm not even a heart person, but I got to tell you, the hearts are growing on me this year. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it. Maybe that means something good, right? I could use some love in my life. So hearts and roses, please send them my way. All right. I'm going to turn you guys around so that we can look at all of the fun projects that we made today, you guys. So let me come in, turn you guys around. Also lift you up a little bit so that, okay. A little too close. All right. Check these earrings out. They're so cute. They're so, so cute. I just love them. Oh, they're so sweet, right? They're just so, so sweet. Cute little earrings. Can't go wrong with that. Grab our bust here. Hey, if you guys are curious about what we're doing over in the Hardwired group, our first project of 2022, let me just show it to you. This was our first project of 2022. So if you're interested in being part of the Hardwired group, we'll be opening up at the end of the month for more members to come on, join, be a part of it. Just wanted to show you. That's what we did this week. Super cool. I got to take that off the bust. That's why I'm showing it to you. It was already hanging here. All right, so let's just take a look real quick at the necklaces that we put together today. So our first necklace project, remember, was a heart that actually matches really well with these earrings. So if you're looking for, like, you know, a matchy set, you definitely got that with our heart necklace. Super easy, right? If I could do anything straight up and down on StreamYard, that would be just like a miracle. Everything is lopsided when it's backwards, so just bear with me. But yeah, so just plain black leather, right? Beautiful, nice, soft leather from Leather Cord USA, might I add. And then our heart pendant with the little heart leaves hanging from it is just so, so sweet and cute. I love it. And it goes good with these earrings. Just saying. Oh goodness. All right. So our next necklace that we put together was our tassel piece. And I'm so in love with this necklace. Oh, well, that's backwards, but that's okay. It's just tied on here. So this was our tassel necklace, right? With the faux suede lace. It's just tied. That's why that you can see. Well, see that piece. Really weird, everything backwards. But yeah, so, and you can trim up the faux suede lace on this as well if you want your tassel to be a little bit shorter, right? You don't have to have a super long tassel like that, but so pretty using those check glass beads. They're so pretty. And then last but not least of the necklaces was our Y necklace. And I'm a huge fan of this one as well. I really like all of the kits that I put together this week. Sometimes I have weeks where I'm like, oh, they're okay, you know, and then other times I'm like, oh, I really like those. This is one of those weeks where I'm like, oh, I really like that, because I love a good Y necklace. That's just, it's such a beautiful design. It's just a really feminine, it's a really fun look. So there is our Y necklace with our soft colored check glass. So, so pretty. And then, of course, we made a bracelet, and those always look a little different when I hold them up, just so you can kind of see the size of them, though they don't. So you can see this would be a really big bracelet for me if I use all of these beads. Also matches the earrings and the necklace on the black. Just saying, perfect little set there. But again, if you don't need it to be nearly as big as this, cut down your chain and take some of those beads off, and you can use those for anything else, right? But yeah, so our little asymmetrical bracelet, super cute. I didn't even realize that we had 3 pieces that go together. We've got the earrings, the necklace, and the bracelet. I didn't realize we were actually putting together a little set, if you will. That worked out really nicely. I don't know why it didn't occur to me as I was putting these all together, these kits all together. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you have enjoyed our Feel Good Friday show. Our Feel Good Friday shows are my favorite part of the week because it's very, very casual, very just kind of laid back. I'm definitely not taking myself seriously. We're putting together fun and easy instant gratification pieces that you guys can grab in the shop and put them together. I ship them out as soon as I get your orders. That's how I spend most of my weekends, at least my Saturday mornings. That's how I spend my Saturdays, is putting your kits in your little mailers and sending them all out with love so that you get them at the beginning of the week, as long as the post office does what holds up their end of the bargain, right? Don't forget about the maker mix, the little patchwork Valentine. I love that maker mix, and I cannot wait to see what you guys make with it. It's definitely pulling up my nostalgia heartstrings for sure. So I'm really excited to see what you guys make. Don't forget to post your pictures for that if you want to be entered into our drawing to win a goodie bag of fun things. All right, guys, that's it for me. I only have one other thing to tell you before we go. Well, two other things. First and foremost, I'll be meeting with the Hardwired group at 4:30 p.m. for our Friday wrap up. The next thing I want to tell you guys is that there is an extra special live happening this month. I, of course, will post it for you if you've not already seen it, because Nile has been posting about it as well. But I will be having a special live with Nile on January 20th. That's going to be happening over on the Silver Silk Facebook. And we are getting together and doing a little beady loveliness that is Valentine's inspired. So don't forget about that. Mark that on your calendars. I'll make some announcements so that you can definitely add that to your calendar. So extra live for me this month. It'll be fun. It's always fun to get together with Nile or Sam. So I'm all about it. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your afternoon and have an amazing weekend. I really appreciate all of the purchases from my Etsy shop. Just know that you are certainly making a difference in my life, and I hope that I'm helping you along in your design life as well. Right? Have a great afternoon, you guys. I love you. Bye.